Hi everyone, it's Megan with AboveRubyStudio.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Tuesday tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing a scrapbook layout using pictures of my daughter Genevieve. I have 3 little pictures here of her. And I am going to be using some vinyl letter thickers from American Crafts. And I'm going to be using this Alphabet Soup My Mind's Eye little paper set, and it comes with a little accessories sheet, so we're going to be using some of the embellishments from there and the paper line. So I just think it's really cute. We're going to get started right off the bat. I pretty much have all of the elements selected that I'm going to be using today in today's layout. And I really would like this pattern paper to be my base because I like it with the stripes of her sweater. Not exactly the same colors, but the purple and pink in her sweater go along really cute with the pink that's in here. So that was my starting point, and I'm going to be using these papers as well just to give final little accents and things along those lines. I cut out or punched out some of the accessories that come, some of the die cut sheets that come along with this paper set, and we're going to use those. First thing I need to cut out, and I know, is this paper from, this is the lovely paper from the set. I want this to be 12 inches by just over 4. So I know that this is about 4.5, so I'm just going to cut that. Actually, I'm going to trim off this bottom here. And I also want a 12-inch strip of the green. Not exact measurements here, but they are 12 inches across, which is what we need for this layout. And the way I'm going to attach this down or lay this out, we're going to have this red line up with this red line here to make it a little bit seamless. These pictures are going to go side by side with this one in the middle. I didn't crop or touch these up at all. These are just the pictures as I purchased them. So they will fit right across the page, 12 inches when you lay 3 down. Now I'm going to have this little border edge come down here. It's going to go underneath my photos a little bit. We just want to line that up to see where we want that to be. It's a little bit shorter than the 12 inches. And let's see. And we'll finish out the accents. So that kind of lays out our page and foundation so that we can start putting it together. That's something about me doing these videos. I never really truly plan everything out completely before I get started. So we'll start adhering this down. Figure out where we would want these to go. And we're going to adhere down the strip. I'm going to use the Tombow Mono Multi-Glue for this, just so I have a little bit more wiggle room with where I want to place this down. You can kind of slide it just a little bit. Use just a little piece of glue runner on the center of my photos because I'm going to want to stick some paper underneath. So this is just going in the center for right now. I'm going to glue runner this down, sliding it underneath. This is why I didn't want to glue all the edges down because I really want it to be able to get under these corners. Have that piece go there. And again, I'm going to use the Tombow just on this die cut. Just because it's not the full 12 inches, I just want a little bit of wiggle room placement. Okay, now I'm going to spell out our girl across the top using my letter thickers. And I'm letting this go on top instead of lining up straight across down at the bottom. Just give some different kind of look to it. Now I am out of the letter L. I've been using these thickers for a while on different things and projects, and so I don't have any more L's left. So I'm going to take my letter K, and I'm going to take my tonic shears from Tim Holtz, and I'm just going to trim the K just like that to make an L. So a great way to use up alphas on letters that you may not need or use as much. Just trim them and look at the shapes. You can make different letters into different things relatively easily depending on what you're working with. For example, M's into N's, and B's can turn into A's, or D's can turn into A's depending on the set and the font type. And I did L before the R because I got so distracted that I didn't have another L. So great thing about these once again is that you can move them around a little bit. They're a firm hold, but they're not so firm that once you stick them down you're done for. Especially if you don't press them down real hard. Once you press them down, they are a little bit more difficult to get up. But if you just place them gently, you do have a little bit of room to work with. So there is our title. And now I have the die cuts from the set, and I'm going to just actually go back in and use this Tombow mono glue on the corners of my photo and just give a little bit more glue on here real quick before I start putting anything else down, just so I don't forget. I'm going to just use some mono glue on the back of these little embellishments. Place them down. You know what, let me grab some pop dots. Straight down and popped up just to give some interest on the page. I'm going to actually spell Jenna down across this bottom here. And we'll start backwards because I want it to line up with the corner of where our embellishments start. So we'll start from right to left instead of left to right. Now I'm not going to use, there is for this set font a dot for the top of the J. I'm not going to use that for this project. I'm just going to let that be like that. So it says Jenna. I'm going to use the two hearts that are cut out. I'm going to glue one straight down and pop dot one up. So we'll start with the red one that's going to be straight down.